So, the GX vibes keep on coming as we get reintroduced to the feature known as Contact Fusion. Oh, and Zwijo returns. Hello everyone and welcome to Dueling with Dancer. Today we're talking all things episode 109 of the Yugioh Go Rush anime series, and apologies for the long delay. But without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, we saw Zwijo returning as he floats through what seems like the entrance to the Dark Matter Empire's castle. And if this castle isn't a field spell by the end of the arc, then that is a massively missed opportunity. This thing looks menacing and looks gorgeous. However, with that aside, this segment was great for two reasons. First and foremost, it showed us a glimpse of how our heroes could approach this castle. Plus, the second thing, which I loved even more, was the connection to Requiem summoning Chan. Now, we heard this overlaid when we saw Zwijo returning. As we know, when it's summoned, it says, "Expand from empty skies. I call forth a wandering warrior's regret. But this is not a mass for the dead." Now, expand from empty skies. Zwijo is currently floating through what seemed like an endless void of emptiness. Somehow, Zwijo is being called from beyond, and we know that he is a warrior slash fighter. Does he have any regrets? Maybe. After all, he did really care for his fellow countrymen, and he couldn't really do much for them to help them within their final hours. So maybe he does have a few regrets. As for the last part of the summoning chant, well, who knows? Now going back to that question of who called Zwijo back. Well, you might already know the answer to this if you're watching in the future, and that's the beauty of these catch-up reviews. You can see me speculating blindly, but I do think that this has something to do with Danamu / Earthdemar. After all, Earthdemar has been multiplying whenever we win a duel, and now it's finally subtracted and returned to 1. Yet, we know there's a strong connection with Earthdemar and Zwijo. And the timing just seems really convenient. Also, if we beat a Dark Man X amount of times, maybe you can regain a Vulgarian, and Danamu is like a point counter system that helps you keep track of how many times you've won against a Dark Man before you get another Vulgarian back. I don't know if this is the case though. It does seem like they'll have to win loads of duels really quickly, which will very much diminish the stock that the Dark Matter Empire has. So hopefully that isn't the case. That's just me throwing out an idea right now. Now let's talk about the Dark Meister. This woman is insane. Her design, I absolutely love it. Her hair is, well, it's what you expect from a typical Yu-Gi-Oh character. It's wild and crazy. Not seeing all of her face though, because that mask adds a bit of mystery and intrigue to the character. And that smile. Oh, I love how it switches from elegant to mischievous. Her personality gives off that commanding vibe that helps you understand why she is the leader of the Dark Matter Empire, but it also carries a hint of playfulness with her as well, and the character just radiates confidence, which was a little bit unnerving when you know the character she was going up against within this episode. Now, we've been given a lot of links between the Dark Meister and Yugioh within this episode, and I think it's more safer to say that Yugioh isn't the Dark Meister, but instead the one who introduced her to Rush Dueling, as with all of the Dark Meister's deck does carry a lot of references. She uses monsters like Colt Drake, which Yugioh used a card called Darkness Drake, Contact Wyvern, which could be a reference to Update Wyvern from Yugioh's deck. You might even say that her ace monster, Dark Matter Dragon, is also an add-on to that list of references because of the fact that it's a dragon that is also her ace card. But that monster's design for Dark Matter Dragon is just insanely good, and I absolutely love this this artwork for the card, as well as the design within the anime as well. It looks terrifying, it looks menacing. It's something you don't want to go up against, that you'd expect a main villain to have. Yet the Dark Meister doesn't really seem like a main villain yet. Now, I'm still of the belief that the Dark Meister is her own person, and not in fact a drone situation or anything of that sort. I do think that the cat could be Yuumu still, and with the fact that Zwijo has now joined the Dark Matter Empire, it's not crazy to think that Yuumu also joined them after giving them some knowledge. Or it could be the fact is that she was asked to join the Dark Matter Empire but refused, and the Dark Meister turned her into a cat, thus to keep her hostage or, around in case she needs any extra information. Overall, I really did love this episode, and I like the fact that Zwijo has now returned because he is a fan favourite character, and I want to know how and why he returned. This whole twist of him joining the Dark Matter Empire is intriguing, and is kind of giving off similar vibes as to when he joined the Luke back in that arc. So I wonder what his ulterior motive actually is. Because we know Zwijo is a smart character, he's not just going to do this just for contact fusion. There's got to be another reason, surely. Again, apologies for the late review, and if these reviews are a little bit short, but these are catch-ups, so if I have missed anything super important, please let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you thought of this episode when it first came out, and I'll have a discussion with you down below. Have a great chat, have a great day, alligator, matane, goodbye.